I'm going to show you how to play harmonized scales, playing 7th chords and major 6 chords with root notes on the 6th string. What we're going to do is play major scales up and down the 6th string, playing 7th chords or major 6 chords on top. Let's talk really quickly about which chords you play with which notes of the major scale. Your 1 and your 4 chords can be played as major 7 or major 6 chords. Your 2, 3, and 6 chords will be played as minor 7 chords. Your 5 chord will be played as a dominant 7, also just known as a 7th chord. And your 7th chord will be played as a minor 7 flat 5, also known as a half diminished chord. So for this exercise, you need to know how to play movable major 7, major 6, minor 7, dominant 7, and minor 7 flat 5 shapes. We're going to be doing this in the key of G for starters, and we can start off with this major 7 shape. So this is finger 1, 3, 4, and 2, with finger 1 playing the root, and we are muting strings 1 and 5. Now from low to high, this chord has a root, a 7th, a 3rd, and a 5th. Since this is the 1 chord, we can also play this major 6 shape. This is finger 2, 1, 4, and 3. And with all these shapes, we're going to be muting strings 1 and 5. And finger 2 right now is playing the root. From low to high, this chord has a root, a 6th, a 3rd, and a 5th. And I want to keep that same order with all the other chords, either root 6, 5, 3, or root 7, 5, 3. So with that in mind, let's check out the other chords. Here's the minor 7 shape we're going to be playing. This is finger 2, and then 3, 3, 3. Now finger 3 is barring strings 2 through 4. Finger 2 goes slightly over the top of finger 3, gives it a little bit of support, plays the root, and also mutes the 5th string, and of course we are also muting the 1st string. And then here's this dominant 7 chord, or just 7 chord. This is finger 1, 2, 4, and 3. And our minor 7 flat 5, also known as half diminished. Finger 2, 3, 4, and 1. And again, with all these shapes, we're muting string 1 and string 5. The first thing you're going to do is play a major scale up and down the 6th string so you know where your root notes are located. Since we're doing this first in the key of G major, that'll be G, A, B, C, D, E. Now I could do an F sharp and a G up here, but I'm not going to. You'll see why in a minute. So we're going to go back down to D, C, B, A, G. I'm going to play my F sharp down here and then return to my G. And it helps to think of these notes in terms of scale degree. So that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And again, I'm not going to play my 7 up here. I'm going to play it down lower. So back to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 7, and back to 1. And then we add the chords in, again playing up and back down the fretboard. So 1 will be major 7 or major 6, 2, minor 7, 3, minor 7, 4, major 7 or major 6, 5 will be dominant 7, otherwise just known as the 7th chord, 6 will be minor 7. Now the reason I didn't play all the way up to this 7 right here is because this particular minor 7 flat 5 shape is awkward the higher you go, so I'm going to play it down here. So there I just topped out at 6. You may be able to reach higher on your guitar. If you can, that's great. So we go back to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then now to my 7. That's your minor 7 flat 5, and then back to your 1 chord, which again can be either major 7 or major 6. I chose the key of G major for starters because we can play almost continuously from our 1 chord up to that higher 1 chord, except for that pesky minor 7 flat 5 form. You also want to be able to do this starting in the middle of the fretboard, so this time let's choose the key of B. Now our starting note is going to be on string 6 fret 7, pretty much in the middle of the guitar. Now when you play the scale, start on the tonic, in this case B, play up as high as you can comfortably play on the fretboard, and again, think in terms of scale degrees. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. That's as high as I'm going to go. You may be comfortable going higher on your guitar. So back to 3, 2, 1, and now play past your starting note to as low as you can play on the fretboard. So 7, 6, 5, and then return to your starting notes. So 6, 7, and 1. And then we do the same thing with the chords added. 1, major 7 or major 6, 2, minor 7, 3, minor 7, 4, major 7, or major 6. Again, you may be able to go higher on your guitar. If you can, that's great. I'm going to go back down to 3, 2, 1. Now 7, that's your minor 7 flat 5, or half diminished. 6, that'll be minor 7. 5, that'll be your dominant 7, or just known as 7th chord. Back to 6, 7, and 1, which again can be either major 7 or major 6. If you play this exercise in 2 or 3 different keys a day, you're going to start to see the fretboard in an entirely new way, especially if you do this with different sets of chords. In earlier videos, I showed you how to do this with 2 sets of chords with root notes on the 5th string and another set with roots on the 4th string. I'll add links to those videos in the description, and please subscribe if you'd like to see more of this sort of thing. Also, if you'd like to understand the theory behind this stuff, check out this playlist for guitar theory modules.